I'm about to do a demonstration showing how to fit a complete set of pistons to a GM 5L40E using Seal-e-zee spray and the cone system developed by ourselves here in the UK and in association with Lube in the USA. As you can see, we have, this is the European version and this is the version from Lube. Here we have the original set of 6 universal cones, and in addition we've now created what we call a cut down set of cones. This is to make the actual fitting of the seals much easier, and to do this we've taken the second largest cone from the set and we've cut it into 4 separate pieces to fit in awkward places, so as we can actually spray all the lips together with one application, mainly to make the actual fitting easier, but also to save on spray. But first, there's 1 or 2 problems that people encounter. Is A, they use too much spray, and secondly, they rush the job. Just a quick demonstration to show how long the spray actually takes to reform. You'll see that this is quite possibly giving us anywhere between 15 and 30 seconds to actually get back to full reshaping. Of course, a lot depends on the temperature of the environment that you're working in, but as you can see, you have possibly more time than you would imagine to fit the pistons, but ultimately they do return to the perfect shape. To speed the process up using the heat from my fingers. There we go, back to normal. Before we start to fit the pistons, the basics of the system is we've taken a positive angle of a lip, compressing that lip into the cone, creating a negative angle. The spray then holds the lip into place, giving us enough time to insert it into the drum before it reforms. So let's start fitting some pistons. As you'll see, I'm using that particular one just to rest the piston on. We take this section of the cut down set, firmly push it evenly over the lip. We then use another one for the inner. And we just drop the piston into the drum. As easy as that. Moving on to the next piston, we use the largest of the 4 cut downs. Compress the inner seal using the largest of the main cone. It's very important that this is compressed evenly, and it's also important that the cone itself is nice and dry to prevent it slipping. So now you can see we can actually get at both lips on the back of the piston. Like so. And to the drum, like so. Very simple, and now allow for the rubber to reform and grip. But before we move on, I'll just explain that this piston and drum are an follow this exact procedure as we've just followed doing the outer piston there. So we'll actually move on quickly on, and we'll fit what is possibly the most difficult one of the set to fit, because it has 3 lips. First, we'll push the piston over the smallest cone. We will now rest it on this one, and we'll take the very thinnest, smallest of the cut downs and set that inside the hidden lip, pushing that all the way home. So that's 2 out of the 3 compressed, and then we'll take the largest of the cones and push that all the way home also. Okay, so now holding the cone like so, we expose all 3 lips. So we now spray close to where the piston meets the cone, so as to get exactly on the lip. And the final one around the centre. Removing the cone, use a little on the tight side, and then carefully making sure everything's square and in the piston pots. Okay, so that's the complete set of those 3 on the centre drum completed. The remainder are fairly straightforward, because there is no sharp edge, there's a nice lead in. So this one I'll just apply, rest it on a drum again, if we could. Spray the lips. Gently insert the piston like so. We've got another one. All that's required for this is assembly go around the inside, around the outside, and push it home. No cones required for that one. On this drum, the same applies on the outer lip. All we need on this one is all we need to do is push it over the cone, put it around the inside, hold it in place long enough to insert the piston into the drum. Same applies to the piston that fits on top. Of course, remembering to make sure it's nice and dry, so as the lip grips the cone. Do exactly the same with this one. Assembly go already applied and in, job done. As you can see, very simple operation, and a complete set ready to install and ready to rebuild your transmission.